You're watching the Late Night News with me, Sai Manish. Let's have a look at the headlines. Lawyers abuse the law yet again. Physically assault drug kingpin Meenakshi Sundaram in court. Home Minister P. Chidambaram offers to resign over the Dantewada massacre. Manmohan Singh rejects his offer.
I accept full responsibility for what happened in Dantewada.
Alagiri Christ foul says his name has been misused by many of his supporters. Facing stiff opposition, Chief Minister Karunanidhi goes on the defensive, says power tariff rise won't impact the common man. The government finally starts the 3G bidding process, some big players in the race for the next generation spectrum. And catch Bollywood star Katrina Kaif on a charity trip to Madurai. Kamal Hassan dons a new role. He takes up a project to help HIV-affected children. Well, the lawyers have done it again. They've taken the law in their own hands. Fake drug kingpin Meenakshi Sundaram has been attacked by lawyers in the Egmore court. He was being produced before the court in the spurious drugs case scam, and after he was being taken out from the court, he was physically assaulted by lawyers who had gathered there in the court premises to protest against the distribution of fake drugs by this man Meenakshi Sundaram. And my colleague Salim joined us from the Egmore court, and he explained why the lawyers took the law into their own hands and attacked Meenakshi Sundaram.
According to the lawyers here at the Egmore court, they say that they have a social concern, and that they are not hoping that Meenakshi Sundaram will get life sentence or some severe punishment, and hence they say that they take their law in their hands, and this is the third time that such an incident is happening. Initially, when Meenakshi Sundaram was produced at the Egmore court, he was roughed up by the advocates, and the second time when he was produced before the Egmore court, they slapped him. And the third time now, when they saw Meenakshi Sundaram stepping out of the second at the Egmore court, they threw slippers and hurled eggs at him. So basically, the advocates say that they have a social concern, and that most of the sufferers are from lower class, middle class, and the upper middle class, because this man is making a turnover of rupees 150 crores per year. So the advocates here at the Egmore court basically say that these kind of persons, and that they cannot wait to punish these kinds of persons, and hence they say that they need an immediate remedy, instant remedy, and hence they say that it motivated them to hurl eggs and slippers at Meenakshi Sundaram here at the Egmore court. Initially, the police here also very clearly moved, because they very clearly know that their advocates are planning to attack Meenakshi Sundaram, the prime accused in this case. After 3-day custodial period, the CBCID brought him at the Egmore court at around 6:15 in the evening, and he was taken into the court at around 6:25. And at 6:30, when he came out, he was attacked by the lawyers, and the police, even they very clearly said that they doesn't want to take any chances, and the Egmore court witnessed a heavy police presence this evening. But even though the lawyers who go slowly gathered there, when they came to know that Meenakshi Sundaram is about to step out the court, and they started attacking, they hurled eggs and slippers at him.
Well, despite Meenakshi Sundaram being in the custody of the CBCID, in fact, the discovery of fake drugs across the state hasn't really stopped. Today again, the CBCID raided a printing press. This time in Virudhunagar district, they seized fake drug labels and other machinery used to manufacture them. The worth of the raid, the worth of what they caught there in that printing press that you see on your screens, runs into several lakhs of rupees, all fake labels of drug bottles there. Well, Home Minister P. Chidambaram offered to resign over the Dantewada massacre. However, Prime Minister Manmohan Singh has rejected the Home Minister's offer. Chidambaram's offer to resign came after CRPF personnel were brutally killed by the Naxalites in Dantewada. Chidambaram later said that he owns full responsibility for this massacre. He'd also written a separate letter to Sonia Gandhi, the details of which are not known.
I have been asked, not directly but indirectly, where does the buck stop for what happened in Dantewada? I have no hesitation in saying this. The buck stops at my desk. I accept full responsibility for what happened in Dantewada. Immediately on my return from Chhattisgarh, I called on the Prime Minister and gave it to him in writing that I accept full responsibility for what happened.
Well, even though Chidambaram may have accepted responsibility, questions still remain about how exactly did the Naxalites carry out such a daring and brutal attack. The Chhattisgarh DGP, Vishwa Ranjan, explains to NDTV Sudhir Ranjan Sen just how the Naxals surrounded the Jawans from every side, firing indiscriminately. Bullets greeted them from every direction. They were boxed in and eventually butchered.
Whenever the firing comes, you take position and try to move. So they were, if you see, they are bodies which are separately, and there's a cluster of body here. There's another small cluster of body here. But you will also see that both the places have depression. So when the firing started coming from the rear, they tried to hide themselves, hide their body, or minimize the exposure of the body, or getting into that hollowness of the. It was not a ditch; it was kind of a hollow space in the earth. But since they got fired from the treetop, even when they went in, they were hit. So then the only option for them was to turn around. They were firing this side, to turn around and spray bullets, which hit two of their sentry, who had climbed the tree, the Naxals. Then they tried to come here and cross over, but that heavy fire suddenly came from this side, and all of them, there was about 12 of them, according to the people who just took away the body, 12 of them were here. But some managed to cross over. And you again see there is a mud embankment. Going on the other side of the mud embankment, they tried to take position around the tree so that they can get some kind of protection from the tree. But from the rear, the fire started, and they got hit.
Well, Union Minister M.K. Alagiri appears to be gearing up for the succession battle in the party. He has finally ended his silence on the controversial M.K. Alagiri Peravai, or the forum supported, in fact formed by his supporters. Our political reporter Shabir Ahmed reports.
மூக்காலகிரியை எங்களுடைய தலைவராக பார்க்குறோம். ரெண்டாவது ஒரு இந்திய பேரரசரா பார்க்கறாங்க. வருங்காலத்துல அவர் ஒரு பிரதமரா வரப் போறாரு.
A controversial forum with a controversial aim, which were never accepted by the DMK party, as the succession battle gathers heat again between the party's two most powerful brothers. It's not a family affair anymore. M.K. Aragiri's unexpected outburst comes at a time he is targeted by his brother M.K. Stalin's camp on this unacceptable forum. Aragiri's message seems to be quite clear, both to his fans and his critics within the party. In his statement, Aragiri said, "I'm not aware of who is running All India M.K. Aragiri Peravai. I have received reports that my name is being misused by some organizations and action will be taken against them by the DMK High Command." The M.K. Aragiri Peravai was floated by this man, a former DMK MLA, just a few months ago. Since then, it has created a flutter in the DMK, though Aragiri maintained silence. His 86-year-old father, Chief Minister M. Karunanidhi, was furious. In February, he ordered the removal of banners advertising the Peravai. Angered by the move, Aragiri skipped the DMK's high-level meeting. Karunanidhi described the Peravai as a conspiracy against the DMK.
இப்பொழுது தமிழ்நாட்டில் பேரவைகள் என்ற பெயரால் பிளவு ஏற்படுத்த சில முயற்சிகள், சில தூண்டுதல்கள் நடைபெறுகின்றன. அதற்கும் அழகிரிக்கும் சம்பந்தம் இல்லை.
As Karunanidhi prepares to call it a day, a battle has started to unfold in his family. It is a script the political veteran of over 4 decades himself is finding deeply embarrassing. But just how it ends will determine the future of the DMK. In Chennai with Shabir Ahmed, Evelyn Matthew for NDTV.